All right, so first off, thank you all for fishing the series. The turnout's actually been pretty good so far. I think the Gunnersville event's going to be pretty huge. There's going to be a number of people from Alabama and Georgia that are going to fish that one. So put that one on your calendar. It's going to be fun. Probably might beat Del Hollow. I don't know. That's my hope anyway. So, but thank you to Henry County as far as letting us use this space. I mean, the parking lot, and they helped us out with a number of things. The series is actually headline sponsored by Dugout Bait and Tackle and Ag Pro. Carl Black's doing the Angler of the Year prize of $1,000, guaranteed. So whenever I get home, probably tomorrow sometime, I'll post the updated points. So that's looking like this is the third qualifying event for some anglers. So you have to fish 3 to qualify for Angler of the Year. It only pays out first, but you get kind of bragging rights as far as fishing against some of the best anglers in the state and beating them, hopefully. So, I'm going to name off the anglers that qualified for the state championship on Lake Chickamauga in August. Alphabetical. It's going to be Ashley Alt, Ben Lowry, Brian Knack, Chris Sobolewski, Christy Cooper, Dylan Smith, Jason Carr, Jay Wallen, Jonathan Cowball, Josh Stewart, Kurt Pagano, Mark Bullock, Mike Cheatham, Stuart Staples, and Tyler Thompson somehow. Tyler decided to video call me when I was half asleep with my shirt off this morning. I wanted to live life to the fullest, and I answered it. So there may be an interesting screenshot that'll float around. You never know. So I'm also going to name off 10th, 9th, and 8th place. You don't win anything for that, but it's good to know. 10th place, Mr. Consistent, Thomas Davis. 9th place, Terry Golden. 8th place, Todd Yoakum. And so when I call your name to come up here, these are going to be the cash money winners. Do me a favor, talk to the GoPro. So the sound was a little bit of an issue, but I got it fixed on the last one. 6th place with 82.5 inches, winning $192. It's going to be Kurt Pagano. Kurt. You stare at the camera. All right. Tell me about your day. Tell me of any sponsors that you want to thank. And
well, my sponsor would be my wife. She lets me do all this. She's my number one sponsor.
All right.
Yeah. Without my NK180S from Newport Vessels, I would never been able to be on there. Yeah. The wind was really blowing hard, and it helped me a lot.
Good. Yeah, Newport's one of our big sponsors. So just remember, there's going to be a huge raffle prize at the state. It's going to be the Newport 2 Dakota lithium batteries. So, well, man, I'm glad you came out and fished. That's your first event.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Awesome. We got a couple more. Hope you can make them.
All right, sounds good.
So thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right. So 5th place, he tied with 4th place with 83 inches, winning $269. Ethan Gent. How are you doing, sir?
Pretty good. How about you? Finally getting the money.
Yeah, you got the money.
Always one out.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. You made it this time.
Yeah, finally.
So you're gonna have some points from this one as well.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So any sponsors you want to thank, or
Bad Boy Jigs.
I probably want to hear that one more
Road
time.
fishing.
Road fishing.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So that's good. So Ethan's one of the cast directors, and he gets to be on the other side of this as well. So it's always fun So how'd your day go? What'd you catch them on?
Catched them all on a bluff wall on a jig.
Was it a bad boy
chatterbait.
jig?
Yeah, bad boy jig. And a torrent timber crawl.
Okay.
Chatterbait with a Zenko trailer on it.
Huh.
Just went right back and forth all day.
Did you have fun battling the wind?
Yeah. The motor guide was awesome, but
That's good.
spot locked.
Spot locked it. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you fishing those. You want to hit the next one?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
About to call another tournament director. 83 inches, $346, Garrett Johnson.
What's going on?
How are you doing, sir?
Good.
Yeah.
Stand here and smile.
Stand here and smile, look at the camera,
All
so
right.
pretty. So, how'd your day go?
Just basically junk fished all day. Caught them all in 3 foot of water or less. Caught them on a hardcore square bill. Caught my big fish on a jig. I saw some bubbles coming up off the bank and just tossed at it and it hit it.
Just hammered it.
And then I had my last fish of the day was like a 17 and a quarter that I culled a 12 inch on a mag draft at the end of the day. So that was fun stuff.
Well, yeah, you had some last minute submissions that really helped you out there.
Yeah.
Jumped you up. You had a little fear that they didn't go through, but they went through.
Yeah, I was having some hard times there for a minute, just unloading and shit. So.
Cell signal's always terrible. So you got any sponsors you want to thank, or?
Yeah, Rogue Fishing, Hobie Fishing, Hardcore Lures, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome, man.
Well, Music Sea Outdoors too. Sorry.
Yeah, don't forget that one. Well, good. Glad to see you up here finally.
Yeah.
So appreciate you.
Good stuff. Thank you.
All right, before I get to third place, I'm going to announce the Big Bass winner. There's a couple of anglers that had their heart broke today as far as thinking they were going to get big bass. And, all right, so Chuck Smith with a 22.5 inch largemouth bass wins $375.
That's awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
So, what'd you catch that big old fish on?
I caught, let's see, I didn't catch anything until around 10:30. Had a spinnerbait, chatterbait in my hand pretty much all morning. Didn't sniff a bite. Found the one little corner of the area I was fishing without wind, and threw Zoom speed crawl, Swagger tungsten, 3/16 ounce. Threw in there on a piece of wood, and it just started moving real slow. And I set the hook, and it kind of kept moving. And came up and had a big bucket mouth. Didn't jump too much, but it was definitely big. And I tried my best to knock it off with the net, but she just really wanted to get it moving. So sometimes it's
always
just your
a
day.
fight. Yeah, that's good, man. You got anybody you want to thank?
Oh, of course, my wife. I had pre-fishing all set up to go yesterday, and my wife asked if I had forgotten something, and our anniversary was yesterday. So I stayed home. Took her out to eat, but she is obviously my biggest sponsor. Couldn't do this without her watching my 3 kids. So
It's like,
her.
How much of that is she getting?
100%. 100% payout. Yeah. But yeah, Temple Fork Outfitters, thanks to those guys for sponsoring me with some great rods, and Swagger Tungsten.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Glad you
Appreciate
appreciate
it. Thank you.
Another cool thing that we're doing is we do 100% payout. It is legit 100%, so that's awesome. All right, so third place. He said he's going to quit this stuff. He had 85 and 3/4 inches, taking home $615. Mike Cheatham.
Mike.
Sweet. I just say I kind of want you to quit. It's competition. That's competition for me.
Well, I really was quitting, but I thought I'd try one more.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yep.
Yeah. So you've had a little bit of discouragement. So, you know, we were in Texas. We talked. I was discouraged. You was a little discouraged. You know, Center Hill a little bit. Now this is the redemption call right here.
Well, I went to Sandy Cooper, knocked my tooth out, so it's been a rough year for me. So I'm about ready to give it up.
So how did you put the day together? You started off strong. You were culling fish before anybody had any on the board. It just looked like a flurry of fish at one time.
Well, I was fishing a spot I live 10 minutes from there, so it's like an aquarium to me. I go down there and fish whenever I feel bad. It's my feel good spot, so it was easy to catch fish. I knew at 10 o'clock it was over. It always is. So
No.
I was flipping a Cinco on a bluff wall, just taking a nap, twitching it. That hit it or not. So I probably caught 20 plus fish today.
Awesome. Yeah, it's held off long enough for you to, I mean, at least stay where you were or in the top three, and that's to catch them that early and it hold up is
Oh yeah, I'll
pretty
take
awesome.
it. I'll take it.
So you got any I know you got some sponsors you want to thank, don't you?
Yeah, Candy Fork, they're pretty good to me, take care of me on the Hobie team, so you know I like being a part of that. My wife, I'm gonna have to pay for this tooth with what money I'm winning. It's not gonna cover it for sure. It's all part of it, I guess.
Well, thankfully you're not selling your fishing rods and getting out of it, so you
No.
use that money for it.
Yep.
Well, Mike, it's always a pleasure, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. So, if you didn't notice, there's a little bit of a change on the leaderboard, kind of right there at the end of this, if you didn't notice. Second place, latecomer, winning $808 with 87 inches, Josh Stewart.
I got no circus out there.
I know. But you're one track focus as far as fishing goes. You're constant and consistent, evidently.
So I was going to have a good year this year. Last year wasn't as great.
You started off good, done pretty good as far as that goes. So I didn't even realize you was in it, and then all these flurry fish came in.
I didn't sign up until probably about 5 o'clock yesterday.
That's awesome. So how'd you put it together
Today, mostly just shaky head. I probably caught tons on a Fritz side this morning, but they were just all little bass. And caught my biggest on the accent, half pound spinnerbait. About 1 o'clock.
About 1 o'clock. That's a long day before you catch one.
Well, no, my biggest fish.
Biggest fish, okay. I got you. Well, any sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, like Jackson Kayak, Newport Vessels, Dakota Lithium, Fish USA, and Yak Attack.
Yep. You get a little list there, man. They put money in a great angler, and you're a staple in Tennessee as far as being consistent and cashing checks.
I'm trying to be this year.
And hurting our hearts. So.
I'm trying to have that Russ Snyder year this year.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I'm not really tired of calling this guy's name. He's a local to my club, and he's very consistent as well. Winning $1,620 with 89.5 inches, Chris Walters. You get a little bit of hardware. I didn't forget it this time. So?
Well, I tried my best not to win. I caught 6 fish today, and I lost or missed or broke off 6 more. So I was fishing down toward New Johnsonville. I don't know if that's down or up, but upriver, but down north of here. And fishing a shallow slough, just throwing at docks and stake beds. Once I figured out there were some largemouth in those stake beds, I just started making a rotation, and was using a secret worm. It's called a Cinco, with a 3/8 bullet weight Texas rig.
Wow.
I couldn't get a bite on anything else. I threw chatterbaits, I threw lipless, I threw square bill. It was really too windy to be doing what I was doing, but I stuck with it.
So you didn't pre-fish this, got up at 2 a.m., rolled in.
No, I did some map study, and that area looked shallow with dirty water, and that's what I like. So went with it.
So you got a wall of these checks going now, don't you?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. It's so you're obviously qualified. Are you gonna fish Gunnersville?
Without a doubt.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time as well.
Yeah.
So, man, every time you come up here, it always makes me happy to see a friend and one of the most generous anglers out there in the water that'll help you, give you advice, and help bring you up. So it's always good to share water with you, a tournament with you, and everything else. So.
Yeah. I'd like to thank you and everybody that's putting these tournaments on. This series is awesome. Tennessee's got some of the best fishing in the country, and we're all enjoying fishing these lakes. So.
Yep.
And thanks to Dugout and TVKA and all the sponsors that give all these prizes and everything.
Cool, man. Shake your hand. Appreciate you. So, kind of go back. That man walked across the stage, placed third. He qualified at our state championship to go on to the Bassmaster. So, that's something to kind of work towards. And the roll downs are from each one of these events. They keep going down. And if you actually every top 3 angler of the year in cast got a spot or is getting a spot as well. So compete in your local clubs, try to get up in the top 3 there, and do what you can, get qualified for state. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a 2-day tournament on Lake Chickamauga. I don't think it's much better than that. So appreciate you guys.